Daniel is intellectually disabled. He struggles to read and write. So how does he get approved for a $60,000 car loan? Well, that's what Julie wants to know after her son was saddled with crippling debt.
The car loan has destroyed us, to tell you the honest truth. It really has. It should never have happened.
It's just really, really sad that the people that we should be trusting, we cannot be trusted.
They should have been honest and they should have said, no, you can't afford this.
She's a loving mum left disgusted and in disbelief, now taking on a finance company because her son can't.
He doesn't comprehend very much. So with finances and things like that, he has no idea.
Julie's son Daniel is intellectually disabled. The 26-year-old struggles to read and write. And even though he only had $14 in his bank account, somehow he was approved for a $60,000 car loan on the spot.
His bank statement shows, like, hasn't got the money to meet this car repayment each month. That's not including like insurance and rego and services and whatever else comes with owning a car.
Daniel struggles to secure full-time work, but has previously been employed at a centre created for people with disabilities to gain work experience.
That's all he's ever wanted, was for someone to give him a job, give him a chance so he could make money because he was on a disability pension.
After moving from Brisbane to Perth, Daniel not only met his future wife, he was offered a job fixing beds and wheelchairs inside hospitals.
That was one of the happiest days of my life, the fact that someone was giving him a go.
Next on the wish list was a car, and in May last year he went to a dealership in Perth where he filled out paperwork to apply for a loan for a $34,000 Kia Cerato, which was passed on to Automotive Finance and approved immediately.
What information do they have in here?
Lies. That's what they have. They say on here that he has assets of cash, $2,000. Well, the bank statement proves he has $14 in there. Previous employment was a disability worker, occupation, a qualified professional in Queensland with a phone number that doesn't even exist.
Julie says the majority of the information is incorrect.
So they haven't done anything, they've just gone boom. They've just gone, oh yeah, he gets a wage, let's give him a car. But they haven't taken into consideration anything.
Within months of getting the car, Daniel found himself mentally unable to keep up with his job and had to let it go, meaning he was back on the disability pension, receiving around $600 a fortnight, making it impossible for Daniel to stay on top of the monthly car repayments of $727, calling on his parents for help.
The car loan was 7 years. We've had it for a year, so we're looking at the next 6 years. What does that mean? For the next 6 years, we will just extremely suffer financial hardship.
Who do you think is to blame?
The finance company, the person who's put that approval stamp on that thing, who's punched the money through.
But when Julie contacted the company responsible, Automotive Finance, more than a year later, she claims it questioned why she hadn't acted sooner and the legitimacy of Daniel's disability.
Daniel had an IQ test done back when he was 13 years of age. They're now saying that that's old. It doesn't stand up. Well, it stands up in the eye of the law. It stood up with Centrelink, so why doesn't it stand up with them?
The lender's responsibility is to look for risks in a loan contract and from there discuss or obtain further information around the application so they can make sure that they are lending appropriately to that person. In this case, that didn't happen.
Julie has joined forces with Get My Refund CEO Carly Woods.
Ultimately, the payments that they have paid, that they have either borrowed or loaned out from elsewhere, should be paid back. And obviously, the assets should be kept by Daniel.
In a statement to A Current Affair, Automotive Finance says,
when this complaint was raised, we followed our dispute resolution process, which resulted in making an offer to the customer to resolve their complaint. The offer made is fair, reasonable and generous and would put Daniel in a good position. It is disappointing to us that it has not been accepted.
I'm asking for this to be fair. And if they want to fight, they've got to fight, because I'm not going away.
Julie and Get My Refund are still negotiating with Automotive Finance. The dealership has told us the matter is now with the Australian Financial Complaints Authority and says it looks forward to its determination.